Hi, it's Dr. Kim, and I'm making this video about a question that was just asked on one of the posts by Barbara. And I have an amazing story to share about this, so I thought instead of just writing, I would share it in a video. And it's about something that's very toxic in our bodies that we can experience sometimes multiple times throughout the day. And I actually just did a MindBody prescription just on this because it's such a powerful toxin in our body, and with this MindBody tool we can turn it into exactly the opposite. And I'm going to share a story with you about someone who did exactly that. And what Barbara was asking about specifically was jealousy. Every time I'm excited and moving forward in my business and I see people doing what I want to do and they're making money and they're getting their message out there, I'm overwhelmed with this jealousy because I'm not enough and I'm not doing it and I haven't gotten that yet. And sometimes it makes me feel like I'll never have it. Well, this causes an immediate chemical toxic effect that changes the way your brain works. You can't perform at peak performance. You can't think of your inspired ideas, and it changes your energy level. So you feel fatigued and you're wiped and you're tired. It even changes the way your metabolism is working, and you can develop diseases like thyroid disease and chronic fatigue if you allow this toxic response to happen too often. So I'm going to give you a MindBody tool to reverse this. And first, there's a story. So what jealousy is, it's really when your inspiration comes up and something manifests in your life, right? It shows up in your life. A beautiful couple who are loving and experiencing joy, and you want that, but you have this belief that I can't have that, or that's not available for me, or I've already tried that and it didn't work. You meet this resistance, right? Because you have the thing you want and all the negative beliefs you have about I can't have it. And what happens when those interface is pain, right? It's toxic. So what you can do is hold on to your beliefs, but just avoid ever really meeting the fact that anyone is doing this and that it exists out there, and you might feel fine. But that's not really thriving. So we're gonna use this MindBody tool so you can interface with those wonderful things that you want, like a thriving business, wealth, doing what you want, a loving partnership, passion, and feel great and be excited about it. So how's that sound? My friend Cynthia had this incredible story, so I wanted to share this with you in the video. She was sitting at dinner about a week ago, and she is in real estate, but is also developing something she's really passionate about and has written about her life experience and some inspiring wisdom she's learned in the form of a book about her life. And she actually has an extremely interesting upbringing and some really amazing things that have happened to her. So she pulled it off. The book was a bestseller. It's amazing, but it's been some time. It's been like maybe a year, and she hasn't really grown that business yet. And she was sitting in California, and she's with a friend, and they met some other friends who came over and said, oh, you know, how are you? And who are you? And what do you do? And these people were in production and in movie making and all kinds of cool things like that. And Cynthia said, well, I'm in real estate. And they're like, oh, that's really cool. That's interesting. And she immediately sunk and just felt like, wow, I'm so insignificant. Here they're talking about someone's book just got made into a movie. I want my book to get into a movie. And she and I talk about this all the time. Like, we've got to get this book made into a movie. Your life is going to be on the big screen. This is incredible. So it was exactly what she wanted showing up, but all the pain of that interface with the, oh, I'm so small and I can't do it and this isn't about me. But when she met that emotion in her body and she felt that jealousy, that pain of that jealousy, she immediately started to wake up and said, wait a minute, I'm only feeling this pain because I'm not letting myself shine. So she re-engaged in the conversation and let the other person know about the book she had written and the passionate, you know, how passionate she was about it and the message in it, and that it had been a bestseller. And yeah, I've actually done some TV to go and talk about this book. So the person was really excited and they talked about it more. And she said, wait a minute, I've heard of you. I think I know who you are. I think I've read your book. And as it goes, the person was totally enthralled and the conversation went an entirely different direction. And she got introduced for 3 connections of people who could do a screenplay, someone who could, you know, write the screenplay, and someone who could produce a movie, and getting the whole ball rolling about what could be done here. She's actually making the connections to bring this dream into a reality. And she turned that conversation around. She decided, wait a minute, I feel pain because I'm not letting myself shine. and she made a new choice. And she showed up to that conversation completely differently. And so with this tool, it's going to enable you to show up to those moments differently, because when you are meeting the evidence of the things you most want, that's when it's most available to you. It's not some pipe dream, it's right in front of your eyes. So all you're going to just say when that happens is, yes, me too, please. Yes, I would love that too. You appreciate what is. You appreciate that other person who's experiencing it, but you acknowledge it's showing up in my life, and that's what I want. What this does is it takes a magnifying glass to that item and that experience and that idea that you're seeing right in front of you, and it tells your cells yes to that. And when you give this new hardwiring, it changes your brain activity, it changes your chemistry, it's going to give new cellular information to your mind body, which is running the whole show for your life, your actions and behaviors, your tonality, your posture, the way you present yourself. It's going to give new information inserted there to program and pattern everything that you do. So, yes, me too, please, for that fabulous, amazing life that I'm seeing exhibited in this other person. That's your MindBody Tool. And Barbara, this is just for you. Thank you so much for asking the question. I'm just sending you guys all so much love to live your exuberant, amazing life. I'll see you soon. This is Dr. Kim, and sending love. Be well.